The Dragonfly VXE R1 and R1 Pro are some of the more interesting budget releases of this year. It's also not every day where a budget mouse claims to be as good as a flagship mouse and actually seems to be, at least on paper. After some weeks of testing, let's see how good they actually perform in-game. So let's start off comparing the shapes. Here's the R1 compared to something like a Viper Ultimate and a Viper Mini. Up against another popular budget mouse, the Dharma Shark M3, the build quality is night and day. But as you can see, the hump on the VXE R1 is considerably farther back than on either the Viper Ultimate and the Dharma Shark M3. The shape behind the R1 is almost a 1-to-1 clone with the Pulsar X2 Medium. So the R1 actually supports up to 2K Hz polling, and the R1 Pro supports up to 4K. You do have to buy the dongle separately, but it's only around like $15. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it, and you probably should just stick with 1K. So now let's talk about the actual feel of the mouse. The stock coating on the baseline R1 is quite bad and slippery, and I found myself not being able to get a consistent grip. As for the R1 Pro, that has a rubberized coating over the ABS plastic on the base. As for the mouse clicks, inside the R1 Pro are the Huano pink shell pink dot switches, and for the R1, that is rocking the Huano blue shell pink dots. I did come into one quality issue with my VXE R1, and that is with my right mouse button started to squeak. So here's the software. It's very easy to use and very simple. As soon as you download the software, it comes in Chinese, so all you have to do is go right here to the 3 lines, go to settings, and change your language to English. After you change your language to English, you click on the mouse, and then you can remap your keys. You can change 4 DPI levels, or I think there's up to 5. You also have performance settings. There's polling rate, lift-off distance, sleep time, debounce time. There's also motion sync, straight line correction, ripple correction, performance mode, and long range mode. Also, if you go to other, you can pair your 4K dongle, and you can see what firmware you're on. Overall, I can confidently say if you want to try out the Pulsar X2 shape on a budget, and just overall want a really high quality mouse, I would totally feel comfortable recommending any of these mice. If you're currently using something like a Viper Mini, Zowie S2, or even a Viper Ultimate, then the R1 would suit you quite well, and I think you'd have a great time using them. The R1 goes for around $25, but the R1 Pro goes around $30 to $35. But I really cannot wait to see these budget mice keep getting better and better.